This was that moment when I thought that I'll have to be admitted because I couldn't. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and today, as promised, I'm gonna discuss with you all or share with you all actually better my COVID-19 experience. So around 4 weeks back, I and for a matter of fact my entire family tested positive for COVID-19. And touch wood, we are all negative now, but that was not fun. I think reasons it was not fun में सबसे पहला reason आता है because there's so much stress and fear around the word COVID कि वो होते ही मतलब इंसान आधा तो stress में वहाँ पड़ जाता है. So yeah, it was not fun, but I think touch wood we got through it and we're still recovering. But yeah, keeping my fingers crossed that we get through it. Now, how did we get it? क्या हुआ? I'll just brief you all up. So exactly कहाँ से we contracted it, we do not know. I'm not gonna be modest in कि हम तो घर से निकले ही नहीं, हमने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. Honestly, I totally blame all of us because I feel like we are the ones who let our guard down, right? COVID is not something that will just come to you and say, hi, I want to come inside your body. ऐसा नहीं है. कहीं ना कहीं we let our guard down somewhere unknowingly maybe, and because of that we got it. So we cannot really blame a particular source. There was a lot of things that were happening. So yeah, I'm not gonna blame anybody. हो गया, but yeah, we just need to be, I think, more careful. So how it started was on 30th December evening, my mom started feeling a little unwell. और वो पूरा दिन बिल्कुल ठीक थे, so कुछ भी नहीं था. But by evening suddenly she started feeling very feverish and headache, tired, cold. So first we thought कि थोड़ा ठंड भी बढ़ रहा है, maybe it's because of that, but everything. But then when she started developing a low grade fever, I got tensed, my sisters got tensed, like क्या हो गया, ऐसा. Because obviously उस time पे I think COVID cases were again on a rise and a lot of people we knew also contracted COVID, so we were very scared. And so without waiting, we decided to do a home test, and we did, and fortunately then she tested negative. तो थोड़ी जान में जान आई, and we thought that okay, maybe it's just a normal viral kind of a thing, because like I said, it was getting cold also. It had been such a busy month, तो हमें लगा ऐसे ही थकावट में हो गया होगा. So like that. Then the next day she didn't have fever, but she had a running nose and a bad headache again because she tested negative. So we just took it like a normal viral and we treated it normally like Dolo and normal जो घर की दवाइयाँ होती हैं जो पड़ी रहती है सबके दवाइयों के बॉक्स में, and काढ़ा and all that things. Come Saturday she was slightly better because I'm saying days. So 30th December was a Thursday, guys, so I'm gonna go day wise now. Ignore the date, go by the date. So Friday she had this running nose and headache. Saturday she was slightly better, but come Sunday again she started having this throat में irritation and she was coughing. थोड़ा तो मुझे अजीब लगा, but then since she tested negative on the home test, I was like okay, maybe it is nothing. But Sunday evening onwards, even I started feeling a scratchy throat and I developed a low grade fever, which is very rare because I am so cold, pun intended, literally cold. कि मुझे लिटरली कभी बुखार नहीं होता, एंड आई हैव द वर्स्ट इम्यूनिटी, सो आई गेट कोल्ड, कफ एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट वेरी वेरी ऑफन. बट मुझे बुखार बहुत कम होता है बिकॉज माई बॉडी इज यूजुअली ऑन द कोल्डर साइड. आई एम ऑल्सो वेरी कोल्ड एनीवे. सो या आई डेवलप दिस अगेन इन द इवनिंग. तो आई वॉज लाइक ओके, एंड माई डैड एंड माई सिस्टर ऑल्सो got like low grade fever and they were coughing. These two were coughing. My dad and my sister were coughing like काफी ज्यादा, and I was like okay. Still हमें लगा कि let's give it a day, maybe it's a viral, बहुत फैला हुआ ठंड and everything. But come Monday, my mom had a very very bad throat, like she started coughing, and पता नहीं क्यों ना मुझे उस टाइम पे लगा like in the morning, because usually my mom never gets up and goes back to sleep, but उस दिन she did, और मुझे बहुत अजीब लगा, like okay, this is not right, something is amiss, and I don't know, that sixth sense that says कि कुछ तो गलत है, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा. But we still let be, and by the afternoon my dad and my sister also started getting थोड़ा on the bad side, their cough started increasing, उनको बुखार भी था काफी, और मुझे उस दिन बुखार नहीं था, but I had a very scratchy throat and a throbbing headache, like throbbing headache, बहुत ही ज्यादा सर में दर्द था. And because all of us had so many symptoms, we're like, what, let's do the home test again and let's all do it, because थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा था कि it's not sitting well with anybody. So we all did the test. And me, my dad and my sister tested negative on that, but my mom tested positive. And I can't tell you, just seeing those two lines, मतलब ऐसे लगा ना somebody sucked out all your life. I really felt that because, like I said, COVID has so much of fear attached to it. I was like, what just happened? And I am like closest to my mom, you all know it. So मेरे को तो लगा, I literally went like on a complete shock mode, you know, literally, and I'm not even exaggerating. I was like, what just happened? We knew that, you know, it's just because her symptoms started first, इसलिए उनका आ गया, but we all had the symptoms, so we know, okay, we all are positive, but my entire worry was, why is she positive? So immediately we contacted our doctor and he got in touch with us after some time. And that night, very honestly, I will never forget, it was Monday. And what happened was, because mama was also not feeling well at all, you know, she had a low grade fever, but because उनका इतने दिन से चल रहा था ना, like she was not medicated for it, I would say. So she was extremely lethargic. She couldn't, like, she, after speaking to the doctor, so he spoke to all of us, she to went and slept. She couldn't do anything. So then and then she was feeling extremely nauseous. She was like sleeping. Then my dad also had fever and he was coughing and he also didn't have the energy. My sister also. और मुझे भी उस टाइम तक लो ग्रेड फीवर था, but I also did not realize because I was so stressed and so worried, and somebody had to take charge. So I remember, you know, I was talking to the doctors, getting the prescriptions, giving explanations, because my dad is a diabetic. Obviously, my mom is also at that age, like ये age है, and मेरी सिस्टर का भी कुछ हेल्थ इश्यूज है, मेरे भी हैं. So I was like, I had to give them details, you know, they can't just medicate you without knowing your history. So it was such a mess, I'm telling you. By I think 11 o'clock जाके मैंने सबको दवाइयाँ दी, सबका डिनर दिया, खाया वाया हम सब ने कैसे भी, because nobody had the energy at that time. I don't know how I did it or what I did. And by the time all this was done, like by 12, I reached my bed, and you know, I also didn't, because I said I was so stressed that उस टाइम पे मुझे realize नहीं हुआ कि even my body is giving up, or it was giving signals. Honestly, मुझे थोड़ा थोड़ा body feel होता, but I also just ignored it, thinking कि भाई, you know, this is more important right now. I think that's just how life is. But by the time I came to sleep, like when everything was done and everything, even my body gave away. Literally, phone बजा है background में, please ignore. So my body gave away, and just 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to go and shut that phone. Anyway, so like I said, by then, even 1 second, even my body gave away, and soon I started, my body temperature started rising. मुझे काफ़ी बुखार हो गया था, and like I said, you know, I'm quite cold. तो मुझे बुखार होता नहीं है, चाहे मुझे जितनी भी सर्दी वगैरह हुई. And more than the fever, honestly, my body started hurting. Like, I'm not even gonna underplay this. It was paining, excruciating pain. My joints were like, I was like, what is happening? What is happening? That night, my body gave away completely. I तो think it is also the stress. होता ही है, I feel like, you know, stress just makes things worse. So yeah, but what happened. So I couldn't sleep the entire night, and मुझे समझ भी नहीं आ रहा था कि किसको उठाऊं नहीं उठाऊं, because I knew that all of them are also unwell. I had taken my medicine, तो भी कुछ हो नहीं रहा था, and I was like, what is happening? मतलब मुझे तो लगा था कि पक्का मुझे एडमिट करना पड़ेगा. There's no other way out. It was horrible. That night was horrible. Then long story short, next day हमने सुबह RT-PCR करा लिया. Obviously we all tested positive. We knew it, so उस टाइम इतना शॉक नहीं लगा, but हाँ थोड़ा बड़ा लगा. So yeah, we all tested positive. Come Tuesday, I would say मेरी mom के major symptoms थोड़े कम होने लगे, but the fatigue and the scratchy throat was still there. Mainly, it was the fatigue and the headache. There was a lot of fatigue. My dad and my sister kept having fever on and off for the like from that day. Because for them, I think it was already the 3rd, 4th day. ना मेरे लिए technically it was my 2nd day. बाकी सबका काफी हो चुका था. So they started getting fever on and off. They were coughing though. उनको cough बहुत था. And my sister also had this massive headache. But मेरा, like from that Monday night, my fever refused to go down. Like maximum it would go down for an hour or two, and then again it would just start rising, and the body ache was too bad, because of which eventually my doctor had to like put me on a muscle relaxant, including the Dolo, the paracetamol. So Dolo plus a muscle relaxant, because it was not going with just one. So yeah, वैसा हुआ. And then surprisingly on the 3rd day, I don't know why ऐसा हुआ after 3 days, because normally like first 3 days are bad and then it gets better. और मेरे घर पे भी ऐसा हमने देखा. But come the third day के भी थोड़ा बीच में ना, my throat became very bad. Like I had a scratchy throat all along. Normal scratchy throat, you know, like a painful, जैसे throat infection नहीं होता वैसा, but थोड़ा सा lighter version. But come the 3rd day, my throat became very bad. It was so painful. And like I said, I've had throat infections and colds and cough all my life, but this was very, very different. This was not anything like a throat infection. It was horrible. I'm gonna give an example and it's gonna sound gross. So if you wanna skip it, skip it. But honestly, it felt like that. You know, when you get a boil somewhere on your skin, especially on your face, something, a big painful red boil, how you can't touch that, आगे पीछे भी touch नहीं कर सकते, because इतना दर्द होता है, गलती से कुछ छू गया तो बहुत दर्द होता है. Even when you're washing, पानी भी लगता है तो कभी कभी दर्द होता है. So you can just imagine, I felt like मेरे पूरे गले में एक बहुत बड़ा, पूरे गले में एक बहुत बड़ा पस वाला boil है, because of which I couldn't even swallow my saliva. Like literally I felt like that Hindi film में जो villain नहीं होते जो पान थूकते रहते हैं, I had to again and again spit out my saliva because I couldn't put my saliva down. Because of that I had to be put on a steroid. होता है ऐसे कुछ cases में, होता ही है. It was little weird that it happened on the third day and not पहले, but I think it was just a build up. So yeah, basically it's called inflammation of the throat. That's what I was told, that there's a lot of inflammation. So yeah, वो हुआ. Honestly, that was the worst part. That Monday night जब मुझे बहुत severe body ache हो गया था, और ये, but I think this I would give number one. So this throat lasted for 3 days for me and it was horrible. This was that moment, this and that body ache, but mainly this, when I thought that I'll have to be admitted because I couldn't even swallow my saliva. पानी, liquid, दवाइयाँ तो बहुत दूर की बात है. मुझे याद है one दवाई भी आप it's a vitamin, उसको भी मैंने 4 टुकड़े किए थे, and it literally took me 3 hours to take it because I couldn't swallow. कैसे मैंने लिया only I know. And yeah, that's that. And जब वो थोड़ा गला better हुआ, then I think things started getting better slowly. And yeah, I mean, you know, in a way a lot of people tell me कि अच्छा हुआ आप सबको साथ होगा, you didn't need to stay apart, and of course that is an advantage. But it's also very scary because जब सबको साथ होता है ना, then the whole house crashes. You don't understand who can take care of who. Like even if my mom का symptoms started decreasing before us, like I said, the weakness, the fatigue was so high कि कितना ही कर लोगे तुम. You know, that kind of a situation. So it was horrible, and I think it took a week, 10 days for all of us to feel a little bit normal. And yeah, उसके बाद we tested again. We did the home test again, and उसमें सबका negative आ गया. But let me tell you guys, it's not a joke if you think. Of course, this variant Omicron या Omnicron, I'm gonna Google it, confirm it, because मैंने 100 बार तो गलत बोला है. I think it's Omicron. So Omicron I've heard is very mild, and touch wood होते यही हुआ अगर होना था. But after effects, और जब होता है तब तो बहुत ही, वो पहले 4 दिन तो बहुत ही खराब गए हैं सबके, मैंने नोट किए. And personal experience के साथ, like I said, I've had throat infections and I've fallen sick so many times in my life, but this was horrible. Like इतना कभी इस intensity में मुझे गले में दर्द नहीं हुआ है, कभी feel भी नहीं हुआ ऐसा, and I've had horrible throat infections. So yeah, it was horrible. And Omicron is mild, but after effects, like I said, it's been 4 weeks now, and we are still facing extreme weakness, extreme fatigue. ज़्यादा कोई काम कर नहीं पा रहा घर में, कोई भी हो. Headaches, मुझे तो रोज without fail I'm having a massive headache every day, somewhere on the back of my head, sometimes on my sinus. And frankly, the Bombay weather is not helping. As much as I love it, but it is not helping at the moment. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is be careful, even if you're stepping out. I'm not gonna say don't step out and don't do this and that, because I think that that's not gonna happen. You will step out, but just be careful and keep your guard high. Like I said in the start of the video, कहीं ना कहीं गलती हमारी थी. So yeah, just keep your guards high. Now I'm gonna take a quick minute to tell you the medicines we were given so that you are aware. This video is long, but it is specially made so that people know, you know, what is the thing. So I'll tell you the medicines we were given. We all were given ZAC-D. That is basically a vitamin that has vitamin C, zinc. I think it also has vitamin D. Apart from that, we were given a vitamin D tablet. I think once a week for the next month. We were given a deworming tablet, Inverse something, I forgot the name, but I'll write it here so you'll see it. All the names will come here. So ZAC-D. Then there is, like I said, vitamin D, D-Rise. Then this Inverse, whatever that name is, I forgot, but it's a deworming tablet. Then we all were put on an antibiotic, Doxy, which is very common. I know that a lot of doctors are not suggesting it, but my doctor did, and we just wanted to go with him, so we took it. We took a Doxy, definitely Dolo. वो तो मतलब चॉइस ही नहीं था. डोलो तो सबने ही, मतलब आई थिंक कैंडी की तरह खाया है. सो डोलो. Montec LC was given. That is basically for the scratchiness of the throat and cold and all. This was given to everyone. Okay, now the extra medicines that were given. Mo4. This is I'll put the entire name, but uska short form is called Mo4. This is a COVID medicine, particularly, and this is given for serious cases. Now, serious case to nahi tha, but because of age and because my dad has diabetes, my parents were put on it immediately. The doctor did not want to take a risk, so they were put on Mo4. And Mo4 पता लेते कैसे हैं? You get this bottle where you have 200 mg का एक capsule, so you have to take 4 capsules at one time. Basically 800 mg, no matter what age, whatever. If you're given Mo4, that is the dosage. 800 mg in the morning, 800 mg in the night. So basically 4 tablets in the morning, 4 tablets in the night. It's not fun. So they were given that. Only my parents were given that. I was put on a muscle relaxant. Like I said, there was no choice. So I had to take that. It's called Flexon MR. I think, again, the name will come here. Flexon MR. The initial dosage I was given was half a tablet every 6 hours. 6 hours. Every 6 hours. But because my halat bahut kharab ho gayi, they had to make it to 1 tablet every 6 hours. So that was that. Then we all were put on a SOS antacid and a vomiting tablet as well. Mainly वो लिया है मेरी mom ने और मैंने, because we needed it the most. I feel like जिसको सूट करता है, कभी कुछ लोगों को नहीं सूट करता, दवाइयों की वजह से they put you on an antacid. So my mom and me were put on an antacid. Actually all of us were, but like I said, it was SOS, so mainly it was me and my mom who were taking it. Antacid. Then I was put on a steroid. जब मेरे गले का हुआ, what I told you, on the 3rd day, I was put on a steroid. It's a mild steroid, and the condition was अगर वो ठीक नहीं होता, then they would have put me on Mo4. I think they did not want to put me on Mo4 because I'm not sure, so please don't hold me against it. Not sure, but what I've heard कि young girls को they'd avoid because I think it has the side effect, one of the side effects, which is a very less common thing, but since it's a side effect, it is that it affects your hormones. और मेरे को वैसे hormonal issues हैं, so they did not want to put me on that. So they put me on a steroid called Visalon, 20 mg, 20 mg, 10 mg, 10 mg मैंने ऐसे करके लिया था. So yeah, touch wood, that worked. It took some time. It took like 2 days, but it worked. I was also prescribed by the 5th day because my doctor actually had to come home and check my throat because बहुत ही ज़्यादा उनको भी समझ नहीं आता what happened, and that's when he concluded that there's a lot of inflammation. अब ये सिर्फ का मुझे नाम नहीं पता, so I really and हमने लिया नहीं, so it's gone back. Like the chemist had I don't know, India में ऐसे चलता है guys, he took it back. So I don't know the name now, but it's like it's like an anesthesia for the throat. So you drink it, एकदम गला नम हो जाता है, and then you can eat and drink. Basically that was prescribed. I was told to avoid it. It's not something that मतलब बुरा नहीं है कुछ ऐसा, but ऐसे बोला that don't get used to it. Try to make your throat stronger like that. So fortunately by then the Visalon had kicked in. So I did not have to take it, but हाँ वो एक था, और वो बहुत worst cases में लेते हैं लोग कि it numbs your throat, so you're able to eat and drink, because not eating and drinking was also making me more sick otherwise. So yeah, those were the medicines. What did we do special? ऐसा कुछ special किया नहीं that you guys don't know. My doctor vouched for taking steam and हल्दी दूध. I think मेरे डॉक्टर ने सारी दवाइयों से ज़्यादा ना हल्दी दूध को वो की है. Like he's literally made it sit on a pedestal that just drink it. And it worked, so why should I lie? We had shots, I would call it haldi shots, because हम में से किसी को दूध पसंद नहीं है. Actually मेरी बहन और मेरे डैड को पसंद है, मुझे मेरी मॉम को नहीं पसंद है. So इतना हमने रोज पिया था for at least 10 days. We had it, एकदम गरम हल्दी दूध. We were also, all of us were having chai. Yeah guys, chai, that I don't mind. Because उसमें वो जो ऐड नहीं दिखाते रेड लेबल का, हम रेड लेबल नहीं पीते, बट उसमें सच होता है, मतलब what they say ना, हमने वो सब डाला, तुलसी, अश्वगंधा and things like that. अश्वगंधा तो नहीं डाला, I don't even know what is अश्वगंधा actually, but तुलसी डाला था. तुलसी अदरक, basically all काढ़े के ingredients को ना हमने चाय में डाला था so that it tastes better. और फिर हमने चाय पी थी. So चाय was one thing, steaming was one thing, हल्दी दूध was one thing, गरम पानी and hot water gargles मैंने सबसे ज़्यादा किया because मेरे गले की बहुत ज़्यादा बैंड बजी थी. So yeah, and my mom and my sister were put on an SOS nebulizing because उनको start हुआ था ना coughing. तो yeah, that's it. That is our story, and like I said, it's 4 weeks down, but the weakness and the after effects are still setting in. Touch wood, abhi sab theek hai, so I'm just being grateful for what it is, and I'm appealing to all of you कि please be careful. अगर कोविड हो जाता है, do not panic, calm down. Like I said, I feel कि हमारे केस में ना, for me at least, I feel कि because of the stress I took, I became extra sick. कि शायद उतनी नहीं होती, but खैर अब जो हो गया सो हो गया. So yeah, calm down. Be rational, call your doctor, isolate if you're alone. make sure whether or not you have COVID that all of you, if you're 4 people in the house, you have at least 4 N95 masks kept, so that if you're going somewhere, you know, जहाँ पे चॉइस ना हो, कोई ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे एक्सट्रीम क्राउड है, आपको लगता है कि किसी ना किसी को तो कोविड होगा ही, वेयर एन N95 मास्क. दिस इज व्हाट माय डॉक्टर सजेस्टेड. लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो बहुत लंबा वीडियो है, बट बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियो है, सो प्लीज देखना. लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द वीडियो इज हाउ इफेक्टिव इज द होम टेस्ट. नाउ होम टेस्ट इट डिपेंड्स, ऑफकोर्स इतना इफेक्टिव नहीं होता, बट आई हैव हर्ड कि इफ यू हैव सिम्टम्स एंड यू टेस्ट नेगेटिव तो मोस्टली नहीं होता, बट ये सुनी सुनाई बातें हैं. So I just want to quickly take a moment to show you guys कि home test कैसे करते हैं, because a lot of people have a lot of doubts. It's honestly a very disgusting process, but अब झेल लो. So yeah. Also, so this is the home test we did. This Covi Self is what we did. Up as per this packet, this is readily available in India. As per this packet, you're supposed to take the swab only on your nose. But a lot of doctors suggested, especially for Omicron, that you take the swab on your throat as well. In fact, first take it on your throat, then on your nose, like a proper RT-PCR test. Reason being, कि Omicron actually stays on the throat more. So I will quickly demonstrate it. मुझे बिल्कुल मजा नहीं आता करने के लिए, but मैं क्या क्या कर रही हूँ आप लोगों के लिए. Please quickly subscribe कर दो यार चैनल को इसी बात पे, because I'm gonna do this for you and I hate doing this really. But yeah, it's better than a blood test. Why should I lie? So quickly, rule number 1, make sure your hands are washed thoroughly. मेरे हैं, मैं करके आई हूँ वीडियो से पहले, so that's not a worry. This is an extra bag to throw. Okay, I'll show you everything. So this is where you're gonna, 1 second. Guys, please, reminder, wash your hands. Don't touch anything after you're doing this. My entire surface is clean. Nobody's sitting in front of me. मैं हाथ धो के आई हूँ. That's why I'm doing it so confidently alone. So this is the liquid where you're gonna put the swab in, keeping it यहाँ पे अभी के लिए. What else do we have? This is the main thing, the swab. I'll open it when I remove everything else, because चाहिए होता है. There's an instruction kit. Like I said, इस instruction kit में बोला है only nasal, but like most doctors have suggested, do it on your throat as well. So I'll show you how we did it. This is the tester. I don't know what it's called, but इस पे test करेंगे. It's disgusting. मजे नहीं आ रहे सोच के. एक्चुअली हर बार ना मेरी सिस्टर कराती है, पहली बार होगा लाइफ में जो मैं अकेले कर रही हूँ, because I suck at all this. और मैं बहुत नौटंकी हूँ, और ये डेमो इसलिए मैं ज़्यादा डीप नहीं जाऊँगी, बट आप लोग समझ जाना. ओके, so we have the swab. I'm gonna keep this ready. So you're gonna take this swab, put it on your throat, then each nostril 5 times. See. So that was done. Immediately you open this. इसको इसके अंदर डालते हैं, मिक्स करते हैं. Actually I'm supposed to break this like this. मेरी बहन तो बहुत efficiently करती है, but मुझसे ऐसे होता नहीं है. So I'm gonna cut it. You can bake it however you want. Finally, फिर उसको उसके अंदर बंद करते हैं इसको थोड़ी देर के लिए. Like just let it mix. Mix it. Cover it with this orange ढक्कन. मैं एक्चुअली ठीक से कटा नहीं था, आप समझोगे नहीं. हाँ, दिस ऑरेंज ढक्कन, यू सपोज टू. हाँ, हो गया. सी, कवर इट. वंस यू पुट द स्वब इनसाइड, यू कवर इट, शेक इट अ लिटिल केयरफुली. फिर उसको खोलो. फिर इसके अंदर ऐसा है, जस्ट पुट दिस इन प्रॉपरली, टाइटली, सिक्योरली, ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता. फिर ये टेस्टर लेंगे और इस एरिया में थोड़ा सा ये लिक्विड डालेंगे. मैं ना नीचे डाल के करूँगी. सो यू पुट इट इन दिस सर्कल एंड नाउ यू जस्ट वेट कि आप नेगेटिव आओ. आई होप अभी मैं इतने टाइम बात कर रही हूँ नेगेटिव ही आए. एंड देन दे गिव यू दिस कचरे का बैग, लाइक आई कॉल इट, to throw everything. I'm waiting for my report. I will show you guys. So yeah, basically that's how you do the test. And yeah, I hope you all take care. I hope you all are safe and you don't have COVID. Although I personally feel आधे बॉम्बे को तो होके खो गया last 2 weeks में. 2022 started with a bang. But nonetheless, take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Like I said, अगर COVID हो भी जाए, please don't panic. If you are feeling symptoms, I suggest get the test done. Better to do an RT-PCR. This is a quick option जब तक you are able to book your RT-PCR. But do an RT-PCR if you have symptoms and you test negative on this, because it's just better for your peace of mind. And immediately contact your doctor, get on medication, do not panic. Vitamin C तो वैसे भी लेते हो, haldi doodh and all works like magic steaming. So keep doing that and yeah, take care. एंड अगर नहीं है कोविड तो प्लीज भूलो मत कि कोविड खत्म हो गया, जैसे हम थोड़ा सा शायद भूल गए थे. कीप योर गार्ड्स हाई, डोंट अननेसेसरीली गो टू क्राउडेड प्लेसेस. आई एम नॉट सेइंग डोंट गो आउट, बट जानबूझ के मतलब अपनी जान को खतरे में डालने वाली बात तो स्टुपिडिटी. सो डोंट डू दैट. बी वाइज, बी ह्यूमन, save the world, save yourself. And that's it. I will see you guys next Saturday. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It will mean a lot. I will actually not see you next Saturday. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, with something very exciting. So stay tuned, and until we meet again, keep